They say history repeats itself, and as I look back on the origins of our nation, I can't help but see echoes of today. We often mythologize our founding fathers, placing them on pedestals of pure, selfless idealism. But if we're honest, if we truly dig into the archives, we find men driven by ambition, self-interest, and a keen understanding of how to build a system that served their class. Take George Washington, for instance, father of our country, yes, but also a formidable land speculator. His involvement with the Ohio Company of Virginia wasn't just about patriotism. Oh no, it was about immense personal fortune tied to westward expansion. And when he rode out against the French, it wasn't just for liberty, but for claims that he could make him incredibly rich. He and many like him stood to gain financially from independence, freeing themselves from British economic restraints and opening up vast new territories for speculation. Then there's Alexander Hamilton. His financial plan, while stabilizing the nascent republic, was a veritable goldmine for his wealthy allies. The assumption of state debts meant that speculators who had bought up depreciated war bonds from cash-strapped soldiers for pennies on the dollar suddenly saw their investments repaid at full face value. The Bank of the United States he championed was a private institution, putting immense power and profit into the hands of an elite few. Let's not forget Robert Morris, the financier of the Revolution, huh? He skillfully blended public service with private gain, often using his own shipping firms to supply the war effort, turning a personal profit in the process. These men, often members of an exclusive society like the Freemasons, formed a powerful, interconnected network. These lodges, they weren't just social clubs. They were crucial spaces for networking, building trust among the elite, and solidifying their shared vision for a new republic that would protect their interests. The very idea of an aristocratic fraternity wasn't far-fetched. The Society of the Cincinnati, founded by the Continental Army officers, was intended to be a hereditary order, sparking outrage from figures like Jefferson, who feared a new American nobility. No kings, not here. They were setting up a government, yes, but one where enrichment, influence, and power often stayed among the already enriched. They wanted to ensure it. Now I look at today, these parallels are stark, almost unsettling. When I see Donald Trump, for example, using the presidency to funnel government funds and foreign diplomatic spending directly into his private businesses, his hotels, his golf resorts, I think of Washington's land deals or Morris's wartime contracts. The emoluments clause, designed precisely to prevent this kind of self-enrichment from office, seems to be treated as a mere suggestion. Where is the justice? In the fraternity today, it's not just the Freemasons. It's the network of powerful lobbyists, wealthy donors, corporate executives, and loyal media figures who operate in an exclusive club around power, shaping policies that overwhelmingly benefit the fat cat 1%. It's the blatant nepotism placing family members like Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump in a high-level sensitive role without the usual qualifications or even Senate confirmation. It's a system where access is currency and the influence is bought. And honestly, I think many of the founding fathers, as dirty as they were, would be profoundly surprised, even horrified, by the sheer scale of centralized power and the erosion of checks and balances that we have witnessed today. They designed a government with inherent suspicions of executive authority, yet today we see an executive branch that wields unprecedented power, often pushing constitutional boundaries. The very public, almost brazen nature of the self-enrichment from the office, the blurring of lines between private business and public service, the unquestioning loyalty demanded within political circles, these are things that would have sparked an uproar, and perhaps even another revolution in their time. The fraternity has only grown more entrenched, more powerful, and perhaps more adept at cloaking its self-interest behind the banner of public service. It makes me wonder if in some ways we've come full circle, trading one form of concentrated power for another. Perhaps even more insidious, in the name of progress.
Now throw in